We're now going to go back to what I was starting in video number 14 and talking about trebling to different methods. So the previous one was trebling to basso bob minor, and if you've not seen that one, I'll send a link to it in the comments below, the description below. So in basso bob minor, we were trebling, we were going to seconds place and leading. So it's the very, very start of plain hunting. Today we're going to learn how to find rope sight and plain hunt to third place and back, so one extra place. And we're going to use the method Cloister Doubles, which is on. You go up to Open File, and then you scroll all the way down to Learning Exercises version 2. Click on this, open it up, and you'll see all these different training. They're supposed to be for training purposes. The second one down is Cloister Doubles. Double click on this, it should come up in the grey box. And in this method, the treble goes to third place, as I said, but the second also goes to third place. And what this means is whenever you finish leading, you lead at hand and backstroke, and you're looking for the bell to make seconds over, it will always be the two. So in a way, that's sort of quite helpful to start you on your way. So you look over, you follow the second, and whilst you're following the second at hand stroke, you look across at 3, 4 or 5, and you see who is following you. Basically, as you let go of the sally, when you're following the 2 and your hands are going up at backstroke, who is going up at backstroke straight after you? And that's the bell that then you follow. Then what happens is, once you've followed that other bell, whichever one it is, 3, 4 or 5, then you do another blow in thirds, and this is over the second bell again. And then you go back into seconds place over the same bell that you rang over in third place, and then you lead. So if I just start ringing, and I'll stop it so that we can actually see the little line on the right hand side showing us the method that's easiest to explain it. So we go to View, and I'm going to put in blue line. That's a really easy one to do so that you can see the blue line on the right hand side. So click on blue line, you can see it's ticked, and there we go, we've got a space on the right hand side for the line. So I'll just start this off, and you can watch what happens to the numbers on the right as well as the bells.
Go, next time.
Okay, we'll stop it there so we don't give the game away too much. As you can see, the treble's in red, and the treble follows the 2, so it's now ringing after the 2, and then the 4 is ringing straight after the treble, so that's the bell that the treble follows on the next row. So can you see the 4's gone in front of the treble? So then what happens is the treble then has to make another place in thirds, and it's over the original bell that it started off in, so it always follows a 2, so therefore it follows a 2 on the second blow in thirds, and then as it goes into seconds place, it's following the 4th again. So basically, if you wanted to learn it in numbers, you follow the 2, follow the 4, follow the 2, follow the 4, and it's the same order of bells as you go down to the front to lead, and then you lead hand and back. So in this exercise for developing rope sight, you don't need rope sight for being in seconds place, because you know already that number 2 is going to always be the bell to follow. But then you've only got 3 other bells to work out who's following you, who's ringing just directly after you. Number 6 again is covering, so that's right at the back. You won't ever come across the number 6. So let's have a go. What I'll do is I'll slow it down a little bit. I'll put it to about 4 hours, and I will then really slow down the video at the backstroke so that then you can really see, hopefully, who is following you.
Go. Next time.
And that was the end of the plain course. So have a little go at doing plain hunting on to thirds place using this simple method of cloister doubles, and you always know that you follow the second first and then it's just 3 other vowels. We're now going to have a go at doing it by listening, so we won't be doing anything to do with looking at the vowels. So I'm going to turn off in ringing, use a start spell movement. So if it's ticked, just untick it. Mine's already unticked, so I'm going to leave it. I want to ring the treble, so I single click on number 1, and then double click on number 6 to get it back into the order. Just check that your keypad works. And that does. So it's really useful also to listen to that sound of your bell, so you know which one your bell is, and if you're going a bit wrong, then you can sort of work it out a bit easier. So again, really nice hand stroke gap when you're doing rounds and also when you're leading. And it's always really difficult when you've plain hunted from the third place, second place, and then you're leading. It's so easy to close that gap. So try and keep that gap as open as you possibly can. So here we go.
Go. Next time.
So I'm going there. Second place. Yeah. 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 And there we have it. We have our plain course of cloister doubles using the listening. And I had it at 4 hours. You can challenge yourself and make it 3 hours or even 2 hours 30 to see if you can get it accurate. For some reason, the score didn't come up on mine. I don't know why. Possibly I just needed to click on it again and then it would have worked. Or possibly it doesn't work on the treble. Did you see that some of the ringers were highlighted? And that, again, it helps you to know who you're supposed to be following. So that's really useful. The 2 always lit up and then it was one of these. So have a go at both listening and rope sight.